Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a fan of the Dark Spirit loop, then you're gonna love this. Dark Spirit loop, thing of the past, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not entirely. There is a new loop in town. This is actually drawing on inspiration from a YouTube comment that I responded to in one of my previous videos. So this user came up with the idea of summoning Terrorking infinitely through using Masterking and Desrook Archfiend. So what I'm going to show you is a way in which I've managed to figure out how to do this. The only issue is it doesn't really work during the battle phase. You still have to use your Dark Spirit loop during that particular moment in time. Before we get into the video, guys, however, if you enjoy this type of content, then please give it a like and consider subscribing. It really helps with the exposure, and you really are in the #1 place for all Archfiend related content on YouTube. So we're just going to go ahead and summon Tour Guide of the Underworld. The actual targets in this particular case don't actually matter, so we're just going to put Scum onto our side of the field and just use this to go into Masterking Archfiend. Then we're going to use Archfiend General, search out Pandemonium, and then we may as well use Masterking Archfiend's effect and see if it recycles it. Yeah, go straight back into the deck. Activate Pandemonium, then we're going to activate Void Apocalypse, discard Fiendish Rhino Warrior to send an Archfiend Gilfer from our deck to our graveyard. Then Gilfer's effect is going to activate to equip itself. Then we are also going to activate a Fiendish Rhino Warrior, and then we're going to use Masterking Archfiend's effect to roll it back into the deck. But of course, Edo is bugged, so I don't know which one is Archfiend of Gilfer and which one is Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Excellent. Now we're going to send an Archfiend Heiress from our deck to the graveyard. Then use Heiress's effect, of course, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 Master King to resource loop it straight back into a hand. Brilliant. And now, look what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to add Terrorking Archfiend from our deck to our hand. Then we're going to set Unending Nightmare. This is just a way to set us up, right? So now we've got Scum's effect, and then we're going to put a card into our hand. This, of course, stretches over 2 turns. It's probably a quicker way of doing it, but just to show you, just through testing purposes, what we're going to do is activate Unending Nightmare's effect, pay 1,000 life points, destroy Archfiend of Gilfer. And then, of course, we're going to activate Pandemonium. We're going to activate the effect where we send a fiend from the deck to the graveyard, and then we're going to re-equip Archfiend Gilfer onto Masterking Archfiend. So this allows us to re-equip, it allows us to send an Heiress into the graveyard, and it also allows us to search out a Desrook Archfiend. So Archfiend Heiress's effect is going to activate, and then we're going to try and loop it back into our deck, which is what happens, which is brilliant. And now we can search out another card, which is just going to be an Archfiend glitch. So now we have a Terrorking Archfiend on our side of the field. This is where I can show you how the resource loop actually works. So let's say they summon their own copy of Archfiend Emperor, and they're going to use Archfiend Emperor's effect to try and destroy our Terrorking Archfiend. Of course, we have a bit of a dice roll gimmick here, so if the dice ends on a 2 or a 5, the effect will actually get negated, which is happy days. So let's just see what Edo has in store for us, shall we? Oh, it's a 2. It got destroyed. Fantastic. Of course, it did not go to plan, so let's destroy it ourselves with our own copy of Archfiend Glitch. So we'll destroy Terrorking Archfiend ourselves. The dice roll won't happen. Of course, we can send a fiend from the deck to the graveyard, but I believe if we do that, Desrook will miss timing. So instead, what we're going to do is activate Pandemonium. We're not going to use Master King's effect, and we're going to use Desrook Archfiend to revive the Terrorking Archfiend. So what this does is it puts Terrorking straight back onto our side of the field. Pandemonium searches our Desrook Archfiend, and now we use Masterking Archfiend's effect to put the other Desrook either into our deck, onto the hand, or onto the field. So now we have the situation here where every time they try to destroy Terrorking, we're going to force a Desrook search and use the other Desrook to put Terrorking onto our side of the field. And I've got this other setup here as well, whereas if for whatever reason we need an extra Pandemonium search, then we can use Unending Nightmare to destroy Archfiend with Gilfer. And then, of course, this is our little Gilfer loop here, where we can equip onto, say, Master King. We can spend life points to make life points, and then also search for Pandemonium. So if we need it, we can, right? Let's just search for Cavalry, send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, re-equip, and then, of course, we can return cards into the deck, then recur all our stuff from there. So, of course, Terrorking is one of those monsters which is really clunky. It has this stupid summoning restriction where you have to control an Archfiend monster before you can even normal summon him. Don't know why they did that. I guess because back in the day, a 2000 monster that could negate card effects was really broken, so they needed to slap something on there. But this is at least one way in which we might want to use Terrorking Archfiend moving forward, just as a small wall while we recur acquire our resources and build up our advantage. So using Terrorking to negate cards, using Desrook to infinitely revive it, and then using Master King to recycle those Archfiends back into the deck. And if anything, it's an extra body on your side of the field that you can use for linking off, for Exceed summoning, for pushing for game, whatever it might be. This is an extra way in which you can use some of the old chess Archfiends. So thank you for pointing that out. I thought it was really worthwhile to just turn this into a video and demonstrate how it might be used, just for everyone to see, you know, sharing of knowledge and everything like that. So that about wraps it up. If you like this video, my name's Adam. If you didn't, my name's Steve. And if you would like to see more Archfiend related duels, reviews, combos, and discussions, then feel free to have a browse. Hit the notification bell so that you get notified when content like this is uploaded in the near future. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you around.